We launched a site called SnowVision at the end of February last year. We had about 1 month left in the snowboard season, but we thought it was important to get out there, and we did all viral word-of-mouth marketing, didn't spend a penny on any kind of advertising, and we had a big hit. We had over 75,000 visits, which was terrific for our first month. Very significant in the snowboard community. We got great word of mouth and response. We got several hundred videos produced and started to get a good flow of user-generated videos as well. And then the snowboard season ended. So the traffic is kind of plateaued off, but it's about to pick up again. So we're looking ahead to a really successful Q3 and especially Q4. And this year, in addition to aggregating professional content, user-generated content, and original content, we're focusing on syndicating and distributing our content and our brand in social networks. So last year, we really started with MySpace, and this year we'll continue to distribute content in MySpace, but we also will be uploading a lot of content onto YouTube, and then, as I said before, we're working on our Facebook widget. So this will be a widget that lets people plan their trips with other snowboarders. You can say, I'm going to this mountain on this date, and then you can find out who else in your network of friends or on Facebook in general is going to be there. You can plan to see them. You can see who else was there on a different date, and afterwards it will link back to our site for video and other community features. I think everybody believes that ultimately there's an opportunity to marry a sponsor's message with a piece of content and then have them travel together to lots of different consumer touch points. But we haven't seen too many examples of people successfully executing against that. I think there are some challenges on the sales side because you've got to really marry the sponsor to the content. There's some challenges on the distribution side because you've got to make sure that you're okay with all your distribution partners, that you're carrying the sponsor's message. But we think that there's a lot of value to self-syndication even without super distribution of promotion for a sponsor. So first and foremost, it's marketing for our brands. So if we've got a SnowVision piece of content, we want to have that on every snowboarder's homepage, on every snowboard blog, on every snowboard magazine site. We want to make it so you can't even think about snowboarding without watching a SnowVision video. So ubiquity is a great marketing tool for us. I also think it adds value for publishers, so producers who are uploading content to us know that by uploading to SnowVision they also have a chance to be seen by all these other eyeballs in all these other places. But ultimately I do believe that there's going to emerge standards and practices, so there will be a model for us to take a sponsor and maybe we'll deliver half of the eyeballs on our own sites, owned and operated sites, and maybe up to 50% of all the eyeballs will be on third-party sites, and that could be places like YouTube and MySpace and Facebook, or it could be other sites in the vertical, sort of depending on the category. For our site, currently we offer pre-roll and we have the capability to offer post-roll. We're experimenting with different types of overlay, and we think that that's a pretty interesting thing. So Adapt TV's solution and ScanScout solution I think are kind of interesting ways, particularly for monetizing content that lives offsite and embeddable players, because we don't really want to run pre-roll video spots in an embedded player that shows up on someone's blog. That just wouldn't feel right. But for sponsors who are more tightly bound in with our brand and our production, there's a clear history, especially in the action sports world, of having them integrated into the programming. So you'll see athletes name checking their sponsors, logos all over the place. I mean, it's sort of part of it, and it actually adds a little bit of value. If you have the right sponsor, their endorsement can validate your project. And so we think it's very natural for some categories to incorporate the sponsor's product and sponsor mentions into the content itself. And then the overlays and the pre-rolls and the post-rolls are really complementary to an integrated package.